Hi and welcome to the Market Alert for Tuesday the 20th of February 2024. So President's Day news roundup, sideways. That's it. That's all there is to say about yesterday. It was utterly dire. Markets did absolutely nothing. The only thing that's happened overnight though is war expands with massive Israeli airstrikes 60 kilometers deep into Lebanon. So here we go. Here's the expansion of the war into Lebanon. You just can't make it up, can you, really? But then I suppose that's part of the agenda. So the war continues. It has had a bit of an effect on the markets overnight, which we'll look at in a moment. Economic news today. We just got a current account deficit at 9 a.m. for the UK and monetary policy hearings at 10:15 is in the UK, by the way. The current accounts for the Eurozone, GBP for the monetary policy, and US for CB leading index. So not a great deal of news at all. So let's have a look at the markets from yesterday and kick off with the Dow. Be prepared, it's pretty boring. So yesterday, tiny bar, which you can see there, the market sideways. Overnight, the market trying to find some support at the 20 bar moving average. You have a look at the Dow. That's the range for yesterday. Between those two lines, the red and the blue one is only 50 points. Market down, as you can see there, down to a BRN and the 200 MA, which is going to be 38,500. Market bouncing off at this moment. It's going to try and attack and get back above the low and the close by the looks of things. But interesting that we had a far bigger move overnight than we had for the whole of yesterday. German DAX, tiny bar as well. We've actually done more in the range now than we did during the whole of yesterday. 30-minute chart. You can see the market just found support at the BRN and the low of Friday. Just kept bouncing off these two areas. You can see there that we came off 17,050 several times. Market managing to move up with the Dow in the afternoon, but then overnight moving lower. We've already come back above the low and the close. Again, no surprise there. Expect more of that because war is good for the stock markets. In the S&P 500, tiny bar for yesterday, bigger range overnight. Seems to be a pattern here. This is the S&P for yesterday, folks. Let's look at that. Overnight shakeout, trying to come back above the close and the low. In the FT 100 market, moving just slightly higher because it wasn't a holiday here, but not a great deal. Again, 30-minute shows just a straight uptrend for this market. In fact, it was the better market to watch yesterday, as the market just trended quite nicely there. Overnight shakeout, but nowhere near the low as all other markets are at the moment. So again, a bit more support and also strength from the FTSE. US dollar, if the news of the continuing war with Israel this morning continues to be confirmed, then you can expect the US dollar to go up because that's what happens during war as well. There's a flight to quality. I use the term quality very loosely indeed. But that is what generally happens. And also gold moves higher, but silver gets hammered. So let's have a look at that. Silver down and down overnight as well. Now you can see yesterday down and overnight the market sideways. As soon as it takes out the low, we'll be heading back down to the 21 level. Bit of buying support there at the moment. However, if you look at gold, you can see that one is moving up and not moving down. And there overnight as well. Bit of a down move yesterday, LBMA fix, and then the market up there. Quick look at the gold-silver ratio. Of course, this is moving higher because silver's performing far worse than gold is at the moment. So you can see this starting to move back. 92, again, is still where we're going to go through, in my opinion, on the gold-silver ratio. Every time they try and allow silver to move up, it gets crushed by the banks. And war is a great excuse in order to do that, or any geopolitical news, and also any sort of banking issues in the regional banks as well. Quick look at yesterday's trade. Brace yourself, it wasn't pretty. The market was sideways, so let's just have a quick look through. So the market moved sideways to lower in the pre-market session. We then saw potential buy signal. The market started to move up, and that's as far as it got. Then became sideways, really quiet, and then they just shook it out to the downside and retested the low for the first loss there. And then the second one, we had another potential buy. The market just filled it and then turned to the downside and moved lower as well. And that is all we had yesterday as the market got stuck into a range. I mean, just look how tiny these bars were. It wasn't even worth looking at in any of the mid-morning sessions with the Dow, because obviously it was closed. There still was the electronic market, but nobody was participating. You can see how the low again was tested in the afternoon. They brought the market back, and they did move it to the upside there for nearly 50 points. So there was a move, which just unfortunately that it wasn't highlighted because there was a lack of volatility and momentum. But the market then trading sideways and then drifting back a bit and then stuck in the sideways range. Overnight, different picture. Let's just have a look at this. So you can see that the markets were down. We started on a positive, then they came down, and then they went down to the S1 and have now started to move up. We're above the low, we're above the close, the DP, and I wouldn't be at all surprised if we don't end up back at the high by the end of the trading session, because that's what they want. They want the markets moving back to the upside. Bit of a shakeout to start with, like yesterday, and then back off the low, no doubt, up on an upward trajectory. So there we go. That's a quick roundup of yesterday. Saying not a lot to report at all. Dismal day, as and all you can do is blame Biden for it, having his President's Day. So there we go. That's it for this one. Hopefully things will cheer up a bit more today. They already have in the overnight market, so it bodes well. Okay, that's it for this one. And from me, as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.